Average Joe's Drive-In is proudly sponsored by the Maine Cannababes. The Cannababes are a charity group of pro-cannabis women from the state of Maine who are bringing worthy attention to various causes in the medical cannabis community. This year, they launched their very first Maine Cannababes Pinup Calendar, which they are taking pre-orders for as we speak. All the proceeds from the calendar are going to worthy charitable causes. If you are interested in purchasing one or finding out more about the Cannababes, you can go to their website, www.maincannababes.com, or find them on most major forms of social media like Facebook and Instagram. If you order a calendar and enter the code word Average Joe's Drive-In, you could win a chance to get an autographed picture of your favorite Maine Cannababe. Once again, put in the code word Average Joe's Drive-In for a chance to win an autographed picture of your favorite Maine Cannababe.
Welcome to Average Joe's Drive-In,
Your weekly podcast of movies, music, games,
and other things entertainment related.
Now, your host,
TJ Washburn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Average Joe's Drive-In. I am your host, TJ Washburn, and with me is an old buddy of mine, an old bandmate, Mr. Gary Porter. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very, very good. TJ, how you doing? Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, no problem. We've been trying to finagle this for a while, so we finally got it up and going. I'm doing pretty good. I had back issues, been kind of laid up, you know, the old fucked up back that I've had for years. It goes on me occasionally, but
I'm sure it does.
So yeah, man, what's new with you? I haven't seen or talked to you for a while. I know Struggle Within has been doing quite well. I've seen you guys out playing a lot of shows and playing with some cool bands. Tell me a little bit about all that stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, I wanted to come home from Florida, start playing music after we did the Icon reunion show back in December. It was a blast. I missed being on stage. So I made it a point to come home and try to throw together this project, and it turned out to be much more than a project. It turned out to be more of a family than anything. The Struggle Within has been doing pretty well. We've been playing 3 shows in 8 days here and there. We just opened up for Mushroomhead a week and a half ago. We won a Battle of the Bands to be able to do that. It was pretty fucking dope, to tell you the truth, TJ. Felt really good to fucking win a Battle of the Bands.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know. I've never won one. Never won a Battle of the Bands in any of the bands I've been in, so that's pretty cool, man.
We've tried, but you know what? You know, other bands were won by popularity back then.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the band and, you know, how everything kind of came together with that. I know you and I have talked about it a little bit and stuff, but let the people out there know a little bit about you guys and what you're all about.
Well, we're a thrash speed metal band, basically, with some breakdowns. We like to play fast, we like to play heavy, we like to play hard. Man, it all started. We've gone through 4 members. We've already gone through 4 members.
Oh, it happens, man. Every new band goes through that kind of growing period. You know, once in a while you luck out and you get that just instant gel vibe, but most of the time, that's what most people don't realize. Most of the time there's kind of a growing period where you kind of figure out who works well with each other, and, you know, a lot of other things are involved with it too, but
a lot. Mostly dedication is number one. You got to be dedicated. You know, sometimes you got to give up work shifts to go play shows. You know, it's just the way that cookie crumbles, unfortunately. The 5 we have now are the solid 5. There's 4 of us that pretty much all live together. 3 of us live together. One of the other guitarists is here all the time. And my new vocalist, Corey Brown from Bound by Fate, he only lives about 15-20 minutes up the road. So we've just gotten solid as a 4-piece, and then brought Corey Brown on board. Had to get rid of the old vocalist, you know, things didn't mesh. See you later. And here we are. If it wasn't for Corey Brown, we wouldn't, you know, be playing all these shows and winning those Battle of the Bands. This poor kid had his 3rd practice yesterday because we've been so busy. We've just been on the road, constantly going. Finally getting to writing new songs yesterday.
I know, man, I know how that is. We went through those phases in the bands we were in, you know. where you'd go and you would play more shows than practice because your practice time is limited and you've got to make a choice whether to play shows or practice, or it's kind of hard sometimes to find a balance. But that's why I always like winter in Maine, because that was a great time to like work on stuff, and you play your shows in the spring, summer, and fall, and then kind of ease off a little in the winter.
And that's when we honed our sound. Was last winter. We were playing 4 to 5 nights a week. We were doing 12-hour practices with 3 or 4 of us that are in the band. It was crazy amount of time putting in. And I finally decided to invest some money into drums, which I never did in any of our bands.
Right.
I've dropped about $2,500 on my new drums, my new pedals, everything. It's a crazy amount of money. Every other musician in this band has dropped serious cash on their equipment too. As soon as we started, feel like people were kind of talking about us, we just kind of were like, you know what? It's time to invest some real money and get some real nice equipment, and that's what we've done. Yeah. We had to. You got it. You're only as good as your equipment is. That's the truth. Also, we got endorsed through Dirtbag Clothing as well. I'm officially endorsed artist through Dirtbag Clothing, which is pretty cool as well.
Oh yeah, that's always a huge kind of benefit to get your name out there and have somebody that's backing you.
Yeah, Hailstorm, Flaw, Buckstone Cherry, a couple other bands. They're all endorsed artists through Dirtbag as well.
Oh, awesome. So you're in good company with some very, very talented bands. So I've been more or less out of the music scene now for 5 or 6 years. So.
Yeah, because I asked you if you wanted to be our vocalist. You were my first pick, and you said it's just not my scene anymore, which I completely respect. So thanks for being honest and being like, yeah, I'll do it, and then just not be into it later on, because that sucks. So but yeah, you were my first choice, of course.
Well, and I appreciate that you asked me to do it. It's definitely just not my thing anymore. I just don't enjoy it like I used to. And
no, but what's this about? One of your books being turned into a film?
Yeah, one of my short stories is being made into a movie. My story Chum, that takes place. They're going to be shooting it on Little Cranberry Island.
Oh, really? That's not far from me.
Yeah. So the next spring, they were going to try for this fall, but in order to get all the prosthetics and stuff done correctly, they had to. The main guy has to shave his beard off, and he needs to have the beard for the movie. So there was no way to really do it because he has this really badass kind of bushy beard going on. And he looks like the Fisherman's Friend cough drop guy.
Oh yeah,
basically with that beard and stuff. So that's kind of integral for the character. So he's wants to make sure that he has time to grow that back out. Basically, is what it amounted to, and for them to do, because they have to do a full cast of his head, so he has to shave all of his facial hair in order to do it. So
long process. A lot goes into everything.
Oh, for sure. I will be down there when it comes time to shoot because I have a cameo in it. So
that's awesome. You're going to be asking for submissions for bands?
I have no idea because I really have nothing to do with it other than I wrote the original story. So if there's a place for that to happen and it's going to be heavy, we'll be more than willing to submit some songs, for you to at least for them to take a listen to. Yeah, I'll once I know more about that, I'm sure Shane, the guy that's directing it, will.
Yeah, I know. We talk.
Oh, do you? Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I'm sure.
I want him to do a music video.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Definitely. Music videos are...
He said he's never shot one before. He said he's never shot a music video before, and it's something he'd be liking to do because there's just another aspect of filming for him. And, we'd love for him to do it because I've watched the Sleep Eater films. I know Jason Tripp real well. He's part of Cemetery Theater.
Yeah.
I used to play in a band with him before Tomorrow's Tragedy, before Bound by Fate. I played in a classic rock band with him.
Oh, cool.
Our first show was with Soundbender, actually. It was pretty funny.
Oh, nice. He's a very good musician.
Great.
Very good musician, so... Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's interesting. And I may or may not eventually do something, like I said, with music again. It's just going to have to be like one of those right place, right time type deals for me to do something. So
Sure, and right feeling, too. If you get that feeling back, man, I got that feeling back with this band, man. This band is doing what we love to do all the time. It's just playing fucking thrash and speed metal, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, because when you definitely are into what you're doing, it makes it so much easier to commit to doing the time. And I guess it'd been, for like me, it got to the point of being, doing it straight for, 10 years and just not having any breaks. And
right.
I was so burned out, dude. I just was so burned out.
And it sucks because we gave it a lot when we were in The King of Nightmares and Tomorrow's Tragedy, and it sucks when you just, when you don't catch a break either.
No, and there's the highs and the lows of doing it, and just.
It was mostly fun, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, it was definitely a blast. Fun. Absolutely, I have no regrets of anything in the that I did musically, and all the awesome people I met over the years, and just
that we're still friends with today.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. For the most part, almost everybody I've been in bands with, I've remained friends with. So that's been kind of cool. That doesn't always happen. I know a lot of people that were in bands together that don't, aren't on speaking terms anymore. So. Oh,
absolutely.
It sucks when it happens, but it is kind of part of it. But.
Yeah, and then we've lost some friends in the music as well. Austin Bell.
Austin, yeah, we lost a few.
Doug.
John St. Louis.
John St. Louis, absolutely. Rest in peace, brothers.
Three of our good friends. So, what do you guys? What do you guys have for plans for like an album? Are you guys going to record here right off? Or I know you have a few songs done, but
we just did a 5-song demo with our friends. We got signed to a little tiny indie label, Alive Arrival Records, friends of ours. When the Dead Won't Die is another band on the label, another one, Ganjika, a little stoner metal, not a stoner ambient type of band, not even metal, just really, really cool. No singing, just a guitarist and a bassist.
Oh, cool. Kind of like Goblin.
yeah, and the bass player plays the keyboard as well, and then they'll switch up instruments, and then they both play in When the Dead Won't Die as well. We went down and recorded with them. I did a 5-song demo. We only had about 8 hours for 5 of us to each knock out our parts. So we did the best we could with what little time we were given.
Yeah.
But that was just something to give to the people because we didn't have anything up online. We had some videos of some old crap, and we were a fucking 7-piece band, dude. We were 7 people at one point.
That's a lot.
3 guitarists, our awesome female bass player, 2 vocalists, and myself. It's just too fucking much, man. Now we got the core 5, and this is the 5 that sticks around.
That's cool.
But we do plan on going in and doing the full-length album and actually doing a real full-length album, spending 6 months in the studio, getting it done right.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely a key, and I think that's the thing. I mean, I don't think it's always a matter of where you record or who you record with, but it's just taking the time to do it right and not rushing it. So many times, when we did albums, we had a certain budget to work with, and we only had a certain amount of time to do it in, and so you pretty much got what you got, And I was always proud of the albums, we put out for what we were able to do in the time period and money.
The very few dollars we spent on making those albums, we didn't spend a lot of money on the recording process itself.
No, not at all.
And we got quality recordings for the price we paid, And the thing is the studio came to us, so we didn't have to go to the damn studio.
Yeah, and that was part of the reason why I, picked up some gear and did the Salvo album, because I just wanted us to be able to take our time and, and be able to do it. I managed to, between managing to borrow gear from other people to use just to record with, and we've been able to do it and actually put time into it. And so, I think the time is often the biggest factor. It's just, so when you don't have to worry about the budgetary restraints because you're doing it yourself and you have a general idea of what you're doing, it makes a big difference.
Absolutely, and then you can always send it off to get mixed or mastered, mixed and mastered to somebody else who who knows what to do. And as long as your stems are good, they can do that for you.
Oh yeah, exactly. My my thing was, the years of watching all of these recordings and taking in what was going on and how people were doing stuff. I applied that to what I did, when I recorded those songs. So that kind of helped me out a lot, having all that to, not to mention, one of my best friends is an amazing audio engineer. So
absolutely. I wish the studio was still open.
Yeah. That was so. It was easy for me just to be like, dude, what would you do here? Or, So I got.
Does he still own the Patch Pizza up there?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. He still has that. So. And my buddy Pete was the one who actually engineered it. Bob owned the studio, so. But yeah, two of my best buddies. So it definitely helped because I was like, Bob, my interface died halfway through recording. I was like, Bob, can I borrow your interface? And he hooked me up so I could make sure we got it recorded. And
that's cool. That's awesome.
Because we had done all of the drum tracks. And we lost everything that we were recording because the computer crashed. And then the interface wouldn't work, and so we had to redo all the drums. And it was quite a mess, but we made it through it. So
yeah, like when the computer crashed with Scotty, then we had to re-record the album.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we shot the music video at 103 Ultra Lounge and the fucking people's shit got fried or whatever, we lost all that video footage.
The main footage got corrupted, so there was no main footage to use.
We spent 8 hours in that club shooting that damn video, playing the same songs over and over and over, and we didn't get a damn video out of it. But oh well, it was a hell of an experience.
Oh, it was fun. It was
It was a fucking party after a certain point.
Yeah, pretty much, and it was cool. That it's so weird now. Like when I go there because it's a gas station. It's like a Valero or something.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I'm standing in Dunkin' Donuts getting a coffee, and they're like, well, I used to stand on stage right here, and
Yeah, right, and throw it the fuck down.
Yeah, the deli is where the stage used to be. It's weird. So.
I'll tell you what, though, when we play with Mushroom Head, man, they are super nice dudes.
Yeah,
we got to hang out with them the whole time. We showed up 2 in the afternoon. We just all hung out, ate cannabis candy, smoked a bunch of weed, drank a bunch of beers, and then they disappear for 2 hours because it probably takes them that fucking long to get ready to get on stage.
Yeah, I actually helped. Not J-Man, their old singer, that's Waylon and...
yeah, Waylon, and I forget the other guy.
Oh my god, Waylon, and I love Mushroom Head too, and I can't think of the guy's name now, but I had to help them get their water packs off their backs when they were done there, one of the shows that I booked them years ago. I've seen them. I've played with them once, and I've seen them 3 times. So they're an amazing band live.
Unbelievable, man! I made my way to the front. I told my poor pregnant wife, who's also one of the managers, she had to stand on the side. I said I got to go up front. I'm going to make my way up front, and I did. And was holding on to their water drums. It was fucking, dude. I wasn't a huge Mushroom Head fan until I saw them live. They throw down. They put on a great show, and they're wicked nice people.
Yeah.
They pointed at Nikki's belly. It's like a little gender reveal because we found out we were having a little girl that day. So they were really, really, really nice.
Yeah, they've always been really cool. The times that I've met them and got to talk with them, they've been
Matter
really
of fact,
cool
they took a Struggle Within shirt with them.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, the bass player did.
Sweet. Yeah, that was. I was kind of the same way. I liked Mushroom Head before, but I wasn't a huge fan. But when I saw them live, I was like, holy shit,
What a show. What a show. And be right there, right up front to get the water splashed all over you. And I'd walk knuckles with the singer while he was on stage. And, dude, it was just a really dope experience.
They're one of those bands, and, there's certain bands, they are the perfect band for a big club type band, because they have that intimate appeal to them when they play, that you want to be right up against the stage and you want to be right there, and just it's so intense to see them on a smaller stage like that.
Yeah, and they were at Club Sapphire, which used to be Club Texas, which you and I helped open up with Dead Season and Novus many years ago when it was first a club.
Oh yeah, years ago. Yeah,
Remember that? Remember that? The Club Texas side is on the damn ground right beside the building, so it was just weird.
I played there a few times when I was in Salvo. We played down there a couple times, but yeah, that was
a perfect club for Mushroom Head to be at.
That's where I saw the Misfits. Actually, was at Club Texas.
Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Actually, we'll be going down there December 30th, playing with our friends in Rhino Charge and Pigboat, and a couple other bands, Vendetta, and I think there's two more to be announced.
Oh, Pigboat?
13 High. It's Bob from Disaster.
I was going to say, that's Bobby's band. Yeah, I didn't know Pigboat was still around, man. They've been around for a long time.
I think they're just getting back, but yeah, they're going to play that show.
Very cool.
So that's going to be
very
yeah,
cool.
Man. We got a bunch of shows coming up, actually. Well, not a bunch. We've kind of slowed down a little bit because we got to start writing new songs. The same fucking 5 and 6 songs are getting old.
It's old. It's nice to have at least a choice to, bounce between a couple songs.
Yeah, well, they're not really getting old, but we got to give the people something different. So we got 2 songs, pretty much, two more songs done. But yeah, we're gonna be playing November 11th, this coming Saturday, with Chaos Machine, When the Dead Won't Die, Earthworm. And let's see, Jigs, the rapper's just going to open the show. This kid On the Slab as well. He's kind of like makes the music himself and just sings over his own, screams over his own music with a computer or whatever, which is pretty cool. So he's, by himself musician. And then a week after that is our show with Chaos Machine again at their CD release show.
Which I'm very excited to grab that CD. I've been waiting for a full length from those dudes forever. So.
It's been what, 6 years since they put out a recording?
The demo they put out, I have their original demo they did when Merle was vocalist. And they did with Scotty, right? I can't, no, I have the first, they did like a 3-song demo with Wes that they did with Scott, I think. And then there was another one they did way, way before when they were first starting. Like when I think we were still playing at ItCon maybe when they started that band.
Yeah, they hadn't played a show yet before ItCon. They hadn't played a show yet by the time.
I think about
by the time I left Florida.
I was going to say, I think about the time we kind of stopped. It was when they just got, where they just took off. We're just starting to kind of get going.
Yeah, and then they just took right the fuck off, dude. Those cats are amazing.
Such good musicians.
My cousin is an unbelievable drummer. I'm actually hooking off with the triggers. Like my old Red Dot trigger still works. I couldn't believe it. So I'm going to give him that old trigger because I bought a brand new one. I just bought everything brand new. Right. So I'm going to give Ryan wants to get triggered up, so I'm going to give him that trigger at the show on Saturday.
Oh, that would be good for him, especially as fast as he friggin' plays.
Yep, absolutely. We both do that heel toe method now.
It wouldn't maybe not tie it out so much because you don't have to hit quite as hard.
It doesn't. Now I hit twice with just one stroke.
Right. So
it's now that
makes a big difference. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, TJ, I've stepped up. I've really put in some work on practicing because the drum set's set up at the kitchen all the time. Studio is right here, so I'm constantly, practicing and stepping up my game playing drums because I'm actually, getting way more invested into it right now.
Yeah, that's cool. That definitely helps having everything right there and having like pretty much the whole band right there. Definitely is a big plus.
And not really touching a drum set for 6 years while I was down in Florida was kind of,
Give it time to rest up.
Yeah, a long time to get that passion back.
Right.
Get that passion back. I always had, but sometimes you lose it a little bit. You know what I mean? But
I absolutely know what you mean because that's pretty much about where I am at this point. It's just like.
But after playing the ItCon show, the reunion show, man, I was so fucking pumped. 13 days later, I was on a plane back home. Put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna play a couple of tracks from you guys.
Okay.
Can you tell me the names of the songs real quick?
Sure. We got Gates of All Hollow, which is like our Viking thrash speed metal song. I put it on there because I figured you'd probably appreciate that. I know you like the fast, thrashy, oldish, almost speed metal style of music. So if you want to play some Gates of All Hollow for us, that'd be pretty dope. It's actually the last song on the demo. It was the last song that we all recorded, and we all had very little time to do our part, so we did what we could do with what we fucking had without being so picky.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Oh, for sure. All right, cool, man. Well, I'm going to play that song, and here it is. The song is Gates of Valhalla by The Struggle Within. All right, we're back. Welcome back to Average Joe's Drive-In. I'm here with Gary Porter from the band The Struggle Within, one of my old bandmates. We've been kind of shooting the shit and catching up a little bit, and cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that track. If people like what they heard, where can they find you?
You can find us on Facebook, / The Struggle Within Music. You can find us on Twitter. You can fucking find us everywhere, man. That's what we want to do. We just gotta get out there.
Oh, for sure. For sure, man. So how did you guys survive the big windstorm there down your way?
What? We didn't lose power.
Wow.
We didn't lose power for nothing. There's some few trees down. We actually went and took a ride around the park because we live like a minute away from Acadia National Park on the same road, so it's just right there. It was gorgeous, dude. The waves were like 15 feet tall.
I see a picture of somebody surfing down in Ellsworth.
Are you fucking shitting
Oh yeah,
me?
one of my friends posted a picture. There's like 3 dudes in wetsuits out catching those massive waves.
That is fucking awesome.
I think right down near Trenton somewhere.
Oh, I don't doubt it. It's deep enough out there. I actually thought about it too, but over there it's not so rocky right by Trenton, but where we are here on Acadia National Park, it's just you get slammed against the rocks.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Maine. That's the one thing about Maine. It's a different type of coast. It's not your sandy beach type coast for the most part. It's pretty rocky, and
it's pretty much all rocky. Very few sandy beaches in Maine, unlike Florida, which Daytona Beach alone is like 23 miles long alone.
Just beach.
And if you step on something hard and you're in the damn ocean, it's a fucking crab or something.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
It's an animal of some sort, and you don't want to know what it is because it's probably dangerous as hell.
Right. Yeah. I luckily only lost power for about half a day, and then I got mine back on. But like pretty much everybody else in the town had no.
Oh, I know, man.
Had no power.
So bad.
Half the people I work with just were getting power back on Thursday and Friday. So.
Yeah, man, it sucked. Yeah, we lost. I think the next day it flickered. It was off for 30 seconds, but I'm guessing that had to do something with the electrical company, maybe resetting transformers for other places.
I lost it one time after that for about half an hour, and then it come back on. But other than that, I got lucky and kind of got through it pretty unscathed compared to a lot of people. So.
Oh yeah, poor Rachel Levitt. She just got her power back the other day.
Oh yeah. She went 5, 6, 7 days. I think.
That's so bullshit.
Especially with 2 little kids, that makes it definitely even harder. So yeah. I know you got to go to work, so we're gonna we'll call it good right here, and I'll get you back on again sometime, and we can catch up. Maybe go a little longer and have some more shit to talk about.
Absolutely. I want to give a real quick shout out to all my bandmates. It'll be Thomas Heskett III for our rhythm guitarist. Robin Gray, she's our awesome bass player. John Condon from Salvo, he was the original guitarist, lead vocalist for them.
Oh yeah, I remember John from back in the day.
Absolutely, he's our lead guitarist. Myself, I don't need to shout out to myself, but and Corey Brown for stepping up and really taking on a hell of a challenge, man. This poor kid just stepped up to the fucking plate and knocked it out. Second show, he won the Battle of the Bands for us,
That's awesome. And then there's somebody in the background talking.
Yeah. Yes, brother. So I really appreciate you for having me on your show, TJ. It means a lot, bro, that you asked me.
Oh, no problem, man. Like I said, we will definitely do it again, and hopefully, we'll try to schedule a time where we can chat a little longer, and like I said, maybe you'll have some new tunes then to throw my way.
Oh yes. And I'll get you a copy of the demo too, TJ.
Awesome, man. Thank you. I will talk to you later, man.
All right, TJ, take care, brother.
You have been listening to Average Joe's Drive-In. I am your host, TJ Washburn. Make sure you go check out the Maine Cannababes and at their page, themainecannababes.com. They are an official sponsor of Average Joe's Drive-In. I'd like to thank Gary Porter from The Struggle Within for being on the show. And I will see you.
My wife's a Maine Cannababe.
And that's right, Gary's wife is a Maine Cannababe. So
Miss March.
So make sure you go pick up the new calendar, which goes to an awesome cause. And you can find out more about that and their merch on themainecannababes.com. Once again, you have been listening to Average Joe's Drive-In. I am your host, TJ Washburn, and I will see you sexy animals on the flip side.